and welcome back to episode 182 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and co host, Malcolm, back on his bandwagon king. We giving you
bandwagon.
Yeah, nigga, we giving you that because you had to wait till your team went up 3-1 to start being like, Lakers got it.
No, it's Cap. I call Cap.
This nigga, you should have
We,
been
we
on.
been,
CT, you
You
should
know
have
he
been
capping
on that
CT.
episode that I was on, or that you missed last week. Mark was arguing with me to the death about Steph Curry and them.
Yeah, and I still
I
say
watched.
the
I
same
fell
thing.
asleep. I fell asleep watching it the other night.
Man. Arguing to
I
the
seen I
death.
posted it on Facebook, and I went and tuned it in for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But for my shower heads, gotta give my guy a proper introduction. We got CT in the building. What's happening with you?
What's up, man? My bad about last week.
No, you good,
Miscommunication.
That's all that was, and it was on my behalf as well, so I can't be upset.
Yeah,
But,
Malcolm in the middle.
I mean, we started with them. They play this evening. Lakers up 3-1. After that
Yeah,
big
listen,
victory, 104-101.
To reiterate what I say, is I say the Lakers are my favorite team.
But
Steph Curry is
your
my favorite player,
Right.
as LeBron is CT's. I respect Steph, so I'm never going to count him out. Although I do feel like my Lakers, as we now see, will hopefully pull it through. But again,
Hey, they
That's
said
backs
LeBron
against the
17-0 with being up 3-1, so I don't
Right.
see him.
Yeah. We talked
Right.
about that.
We know LeBron can come back from 3-1 on Steph, but I don't think Steph can do it on him.
Right.
and I told Cliff
Right.
that off. I told
No
Cliff
matter
that
no
off.
matter what year LeBron in.
Right. Let's keep it a buck, man. And 3-1, like Mark said, you gotta win 3 in a row
3 in a
just
row.
to stay in it. It's a lot
And you
easier
better
to
hope
win
your
1
body
than
don't break.
3.
You gotta think about your body not breaking down on the way because you done already played so many games.
Listen, beyond body breaking down, I remember that episode, or it may have been the one before. I said if Steph don't drop points, the Warriors don't win. Last game where he dropped that triple double, I was incorrect, Malk. I said 29. He actually had 31 points on that game, but that was
30.
also his first 30-plus point game of the entire series. So now, the same what I said rings true. You need Steph to score in order to win a game.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's trying to get them
locked up.
10 assists. Them 10 assists ain't adding up. Them 10 assists, because you got to
They
get Clay
twos.
going. And if Clay ain't going, then it's over with for real.
All Steph's assists is 2s for real.
Yeah, you're right. Because they really not shooting a lot of threes. They really hit a lot of threes last game besides
Oh, no.
Steph.
And Steph was only hit 3. He was 3 of 14.
I don't think nobody really hit for them. Jordan Poole
Nope.
ain't been. They taking him out the lineup because he been turning the ball over early. And you can see as soon as somebody go to the as soon as he turn the ball over, somebody go to the score table and he know that he's coming out. He be mad.
Jordan Poole only played 19 minutes, I believe, last game, but I don't believe he scored at all.
Is that because every time he messed up, coach was pulling him right away,
Right.
and you can see
Yeah,
his body
yeah.
language. He moping on. He walking to the bench slow. He was mad.
I mean, I think
And then
that's,
after the game, he was like, "I can control what I can only control." Basically saying he ain't getting no playing time.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So he can go out there and do what he do.
That's
He pulled
interesting.
a CT. He pulled a CT. He pulled a CT. That's some CT shit.
Say
What?
more.
He pulled, he just, when they feel like they're not in the limelight, they are getting pissy. You heard CT.
Hey, we
week.
won a ring last year with me doing what I do. So what's the problem now?
No, I can tell you. I'm glad you said that. Now keep that thought, Malk, because I meant to say that even before we went here. The problem is you have more leeway against Boston. Jordan Poole has more leeway.
I wasn't even just talking about the ball, not the finals. I'm just talking about leading up
Just
to
in
it. Like,
general.
Memphis, he had some big moments the
Right.
whole playoffs.
I guess what I'm getting at is there's more room for error on that Boston team than there is playing a Lakers team. Lakers aren't allowing Golden State any room for error. If you're
Yeah.
not on, you're not winning. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Boston would miss with them. You know what I'm saying? Even Jason Tatum would blow a few shots and go 4
You're right.
16.
It'll match it. It would match
Right.
Jordan Poole's
You feel
badness.
me? But that's not
Yeah.
gonna happen with LA. So now, if you make those dumb decisions that you did in Boston, throwing up shots, get out, get out, get out, get out. We can't have you throw this for us.
Because one turned into two, two turned into three with Poole. You know what I'm saying?
Because the thing is, and it's funny, because the thing is, with Clay and Steph, they've earned the right to continue shooting. Even if they're off, they've earned the right
0
where
for
the
10.
coach is like,
They
keep going though. Jordan thinks that because they have that right and he's the young up and comer, I also can keep throwing him up, and coach is going to be like, you're going to hit eventually, keep going. No, that's not the case. We already have 2 guys on the team that are going to keep chucking up shots all night long. It's a detriment to have 3.
You're right.
Even when
Especially
talking
at
about
the
the
playoff
Splash
time
Brothers.
when the game slowed down. I mean, yeah, the game.
Every point starts mattering at that point.
Especially when you're playing LeBron, he's going to make the pace go at his own pace.
Right. But, I mean, it's interesting, right? Because even if he doesn't have the ability, like with like him bringing the ball up or controlling the ball, it seems like he's done a good job of making Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell match his pace. Slow it down and play at this pace. You know what I'm saying?
I see. This is the most I've seen him play off the ball.
Right. And you don't see
I feel like he's in
anybody-
cruise control. Like he's going to wait till the finals to turn up or something. Like, I feel like he's cruising.
Who, Poole?
Brian.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say.
I've seen it before. And that.
And he's playing a lot more defense. You know what I'm saying? Chasing down loose balls, blocking shots. He's definitely doing whatever it takes, though, to win right now.
I just think Braun has different gears. You know what I mean? Like a stick shift. I think he just got different gears that he just taps into. Like you said, I think he on cruise. I don't think we've even seen him probably truly go all out yet, like you said.
I swear.
You know what I mean? But once
it's weird to not see a 35-point performance from Brian, you know what I'm saying, at some point.
Right,
but,
Nah,
but long as the others, even the Lonnie Walkers get 15 in the fourth, like, we can take that. Let some rest on Brian body.
But I will say, if it wasn't for Lonnie, y'all don't get that win.
Austin Reeves, too. Austin Reeves kept us
Austin
afloat the whole game. But
you
see D-Lo go MIA. Like, where was D-Lo at? You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's why I love our team, because we deep. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get something. You're going to get something from Dennis Schroeder. You're going to get something from, you know what I'm saying? Like, let Lonnie off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but Austin Reeves will do it. Austin Reeves might do that tonight, and D-Lo can show up.
I hope not. I hope not to see that from Austin. I hope not to see that. I mean, I feel like Russell has a bit more excuse just because you've been in and out. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel like he's had a consistent run to be able to catch his rhythm.
Oh no, he started the game out the other day, first 11 points.
I'm just saying, as a whole, like, even when he first came to the Lakers, he was out for 2 weeks before he actually stepped on the floor, and then he went back out, didn't he?
I think he
went
was
back
out
out for like
games.
2 games. And I'm just saying, those breaks in between definitely affect your rhythm.
Yeah. Especially with Brian being out, you're not on the court with your full team. You know, you don't know where to pick your shots at. Like, when Brian get back, I know I won't get these shots.
That's also a great point. I didn't even think about that.
You got to pick and choose. Yeah, when it's all of them out there. When it's you and AD, you're gonna shoot the ball a lot.
Right.
But when it's you, AD, Brian, and Reeves, you got to pick and choose. Like, oh, I can't take eight shots this quarter. I got to only take 4. Maybe get a couple assists.
I don't think Brian would be mad, though, if he did, as long as he let the game come to him and he wasn't.
It's like Brian's not mad at nobody for shooting. You don't never really see him yell at nobody for shooting the ball.
Right. I agree. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it's the just getting back into, you know, the groove with that team. Like, you are far removed from the Lakers. and you were only added on to them less than half of the back half of the season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't care what, and I don't mean to say give him an excuse, because there is no excuse for just 4 points from D'Lo coming off the bench or whatever.
No, he be starting.
Right. No, I'm saying that, but I'm saying even coming off the bench, there's no excuse for D'Lo giving you only 4 points.
Right. Yeah.
And
because Schroeder's liable to get you 10 off the bench every game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How is D'Lo giving you 4?
And a work for it too. So,
but you also gotta go out there. He gotta guard Clay and them too. So you gotta be on your P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you do. You definitely do, because Clay,
I gotta chase these dudes off the screens.
Clay shoots any shot.
Bad. As soon as it touches his hand, he letting that bitch. It's halfway like Emery. Oh no, his shot's so crazy.
Any shot, I'm telling. And what was that Saturday's game? He was busting in that. He was busting in Saturday's game. I'm not gonna stunt, but it's almost like you're not consistently Clay anymore. Mm-hmm. And I know you used to be able to take any shot, but now is it smart? You know what I'm saying? Is it smart for him to really be? Because it could be a man already closed out and he's still throwing it up above his fingertips, and he makes some of them.
Yeah, I mean, if he got it, he got it, you know?
But that's exactly why we can't afford for Jordan Poole's ass to be doing this as well. They probably, it's almost like the younger brother who gets in trouble for the older brother shit as well. Because it's like, Clay's out there you don't see him just throwing shots up? You can't do that too. He probably have a little bit more leeway if it wasn't Clay throwing them motherfuckers up too. And Clay did go 3 for 9 last game, so it wasn't awful from 3 or anything, but
it's like they just so much jump shots. I don't see enough people going to the cup.
And you have
I'd be like, Brian, you went 1 for 8 from 3. Just think about if you took 3 more layups or mid range. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you have no big man presence. And since Looney got roughed up a bit, now you got to start Draymond at the center.
Wiggins is playing okay for them.
No, he is.
But he did. If I say he did miss a couple months, so his body should be fresh.
Listen, and it wasn't due to injury, but shit, mental health is real too.
Mm-hmm.
Mental health is real. I'm not gonna act like that. My nigga did go through enough to need a little something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's real. That's real life.
You know?
Yeah. I noticed a different show, but fools agree on that shit.
I almost spit that beer out. Nah, you right about that.
I see how some niggas pull Ben Simmons. God damn.
My nigga, I just need some time to sit on this bench in my street clothes and get my mind together.
Right. I get it now. I ain't gonna lie. Now that,
And didn't Kendall get snatched from being by Booker?
But Kendall's bad bunny now.
Well, I'm saying regardless, maybe that was something he couldn't have got over.
Right.
Maybe that's why the nigga stopped playing basketball so hard, because he was like, listen, I'm a Jenner now. We in there. We Travis Scott in this bitch, so I don't really gotta do too much.
He thought.
And then in come Booker slinking ass to go.
And they trap Travis Scott too. See, that's a different type of story, but
Listen.
Shout out to the Brian and Dame, my guys, for making all NBA. That Spider made it. JT. All NBA.
How you feel about LeBron getting no votes for the NBA MVP though?
Not surprised.
That's crazy. I am. I ain't gonna lie. That's
you're 20. I mean, he
no
ain't won MVP.
Wild.
He ain't won MVP since 2012. Like,
but
I'm not surprised.
But though, you can make arguments that he deserved it a few times and didn't get it.
If he didn't get hurt this year, he would have been more about it.
Oh yeah, he started off the season.
I think it was last year he almost got it, but I think due to injury.
Oh, I think
it's a lot of years he's always top. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he top 3 scoring most of the fucking past 20 years. What are we talking about?
Oh man, I feel like he would have got it the year of the pandemic when the season stopped for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Then they end up winning the championship in the bubble.
Right, against the Heat. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't understand. I mean,
If they'd have gave Joker 3 in a row, I'd have been mad.
yeah, nah. There should
With no championships, with no finals run,
with no Western Conference Finals win,
no finals run at all. Like
you couldn't even make it to the Western though. Fuck the finals. You couldn't even make it to your conferences.
That's something that Larry Bird and they said Bill Russell or Larry Bird only did that or something. 3 in a row.
16-12 Heat right now.
But I will say this is the last thing we'll wrap up, because I'm glad you said that, because we'll wrap up on the Lakers Warriors. Is we did have that conversation offline, Mal, and I know we had a bit of a conversation last week about how much credit Steve Kerr deserves.
A lot.
I don't think so, but
I do.
I don't think so at all. But what I will say, I'm always willing to admit when I'm wrong. I won't even say I'm wrong. What I will say is, remember we were talking off air, and I said the biggest adjustment that I could see the Golden State Warriors making right now is to start Gary Payton Jr.
Yeah.
And last game, that's exactly what happened. They started Gary Payton Jr.
But he's no scorer like that, though.
He got fucked up.
But it's not about. I didn't expect him to score.
But even on defense, he was getting bodied and shit. I ain't gonna lie. I was like,
they went
sometimes
little
that's
work.
necessary though.
I mean, he just doesn't have. He just can't. He's not. I don't say he's not. How do I say it?
Sometimes it's getting in the way is affecting a shot.
But
I'll take a bowl if that stops you from getting your. You know what I'm saying? Like, just playing that ugly game. You need somebody in there. Draymond Green isn't going to do it by himself. Because right now, because the issue is that
they little.
The issue is that your guards are your scorers, right? With the Warriors, at least. I know Clay can move to the 3, and I believe last game he started at
Wiggins
4.
Can score.
You said what?
Wiggins is a 3. He can score.
He can score, but your scorers are essentially guard play.
Right.
Now, if your scorers who are expected to lead you to the victory are guards as well, they also can't afford to play defense. They can't give you both. They can't put up 30 plus and a good defensive game. It's not going to happen, which is why I said bump Clay down 1, insert Peyton, and have Peyton do all the dirty work.
Right.
Or JaMychal. I like JaMychal Green.
I do like JaMychal Green.
He can spread the floor, shoot the 3, and D up a little bit.
And he adds a little bit of height.
A little physicality to him, you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna let nobody just punk him.
But yeah, now that Looney ain't in, I mean, I feel like you would have to add him to the rotation a bit.
But AD's taking Looney off that offensive rebound. That's why they're not getting them second chance. Because Looney was getting them 20 rebound games. You know what I'm saying? They was definitely winning those. But AD's limited him.
Before this series started, I said I was interested to see who wins that rebound battle.
And they switch him in the picks. He can't guard them guards. They going right past him.
Right. No, I agree with that 1,000. But I don't know.
Steph got to get 40 for them to win. That's why it's going to be hard for them boys to pull it off.
I don't know what adjustments could be made. I mean, I also don't think that you was doing bad last game with that start of Gary Payton Jr. What I will say,
when they brought in Moody too. Moody was giving them some good energy.
Mm-hmm. He was. But what I will say is Golden State definitely didn't expect for Clay to only put up 9 points. And Golden State fans is going to be like, if Clay would have hit 20, we'd have won that. Right, I do agree that we didn't expect Clay to put up 9, but we also would never expect for Jared Vanderbilt and D'Angelo Russell to put up 6 between them. So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that if Clay scored 20 points, y'all get the dub. Because if Clay scored 20, I can guarantee you D'Angelo put up 10 more points. At least got us 14.
Yeah, that's too many hypotheticals, and people are just looking at.
Yeah, so we could win with Vanderbilt not scoring though, but
right, but not D'Lo putting up 4. That can't.
But long as it's just got to be Reeves making up for what D'Lo don't do.
And Reeves didn't even really have a
20,
heavy game.
Yeah, 20 didn't
21 points, but I'm saying off of 15 shots. You know what I'm saying?
More than enough.
No, that's definitely more than expected of him. And like I said, a lot of those shots were big clutch shots in the third and the fourth quarter that were needed to stay in that bitch.
And then Looney came in and took over. That's 15. With what DS Schroeder had 12. That's a lot of guard points.
That's why
he might have had 10.
That's why you need to give Gary Payton more minutes, because the Lakers got hella guards they can throw at you.
Right.
And all decent guards. It's not like your bench guard goes down by that many points. You know,
we bring Rui can get us 10 plus.
Q.
You know what I'm saying? Q.
Fuck you.
Rui ain't scored that game either.
Hey.
What up, Q?
Yeah, Rui ain't scored that game either.
But we know he can get 10 plus, 15 plus.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. We got so many different lineups we can throw at them.
Fuck that. We know my Lakers is a dog. Move on.
I don't see the Warriors getting past it. I can almost see the Lakers pulling it out tonight.
Over with.
Lakers and 6.
I can almost see the Lakers pulling out tonight. I think the Warriors as a whole are frustrated. That Jordan Poole situation didn't help. Steph going 3 for 14 didn't help at all. Clay only scoring 9 points did not help. So now you talking about stars aligning. They would all need to for y'all to all get back on the rhythm for the last game, which is ending up being a shutout game. Well, a closeout game, I should say, not a shutout.
Right.
That's very interesting. I can see the Lakers taking it tonight. But moving on, because the Heat game is on right now. What's the score? I ain't have it on my.
It says 18-14 on my end, Miami.
Well, they just call it flag.
We winning. We up by as usual. We up right now.
Low scoring game.
It is low scoring. But it's only into the first quarter, though.
You know, tomato.
All right.
Is Josh ejected?
Max Strus got the most points with 8 points right now.
About to get us flagged. He stepped on Jimmy's foot. You ain't hear that? I had my speaker on in the back and I didn't know.
Oh.
I had the game playing in the background.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
That's good. But
everybody want to watch a winner. Don't be mad.
Well, no, I just wanted to check in for the update. But last game, 101-109. Jimmy Butler playing on the ankle injury, still putting up 27 and 10.
Don't look injured to me, for real.
He didn't really. You could tell he didn't have all of his bounce. I was noticing that on his rebound putbacks, and even that one little dunk that he does, Q, where he just jumps straight up.
Yeah.
It didn't look like he was getting up like he usually does.
Shooting the 3 though, he tried to shoot the 3.
No, it was just a little slow, you know, just a little gingerly, you know.
That's a good word. Yeah. He played very gingerly on that.
Yeah, he played gingerly.
But nah, you still gotta give him peace. You gotta give him peace. 6 rebounds, 10 assists. I will agree, like CT said, it wasn't like he looked injured, but we could tell he wasn't regular Jimmy.
Yeah.
Which is dangerous because he's still putting up 27 off only 17 shots.
It's the playoffs. It's the playoffs. He's not regular Jimmy right now.
You right.
What they call him? They call him Hemi.
Hemi, not Hemi Butler.
They finna close this game out, I think, tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He just got a steal.
Knicks ain't got nobody.
That's Caleb y'all got.
Caleb Martin, yes,
I
sir.
always get him confused.
No, I can't get him confused.
Cody, is he still in Charlotte?
Yeah.
Cody.
Okay.
Yeah, he sound like the old download program.
Ain't the sweet life of Zach and Cody.
I think he went to the G League.
I bet you did come up during that.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, sweet
So
life.
what? Hey,
Sweet life
so
ass
what?
nigga.
So what?
He used to want to take a cruise just so I could live the life.
You know, shit. Had that little eight thing on there.
Wasn't
Brenda
that the show where they lived on like the cruise ship or something?
They lived in a fucking hotel, Cliff. Them motherfuckers, their mom is raggedy. They lived in a hotel.
Oh, it was a hotel that wasn't a ship? I thought that was like a cruise ship or something.
No, they lived in a hotel. Bitch couldn't afford her own place.
Listen, nigga, that might be more expensive depending on
right.
It no
nice. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Jalen Brunson.
Oh, fuck Brunson. What about him?
Oh, man.
Man, I'm not going to lie. Like, I know. Listen.
What about Jalen overrated Brunson?
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't either now. And I think I have at one point.
What do y'all like so much about him? He's not a winner.
Listen, he may not be statistically a winner. But that nigga's doing everything he can in his power to win.
They down 3-1, CT.
But I mean, that also comes down to what team you on.
Did he not want to go to that team? Was I not
first year run?
But,
I'll give him a good season.
But Cliff, let's not act like they don't got weapons.
No, I'm not saying that they don't have weapons, but let's think about that organization as a whole. The New York organization as an entirety. And let's take it all the way back to Patrick Ewing and Larry Johnson and all them.
Them winning that series against the Cavs was just a plus, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right, like that was their finals, that Cavs game.
No, now you're taking the Knicks have had way more success than that historically.
That was their finals. All I'm saying is I think
historically, but over the last 10, 20 years, no.
I think
Carmelo and JR had New York popping.
Did they though?
They got swept by the Heat.
The Carmelo and JR had the Knicks popping.
That was 2012. That was like 2013.
And they had Amari Stoudemire. What?
On the back end of his career?
It don't matter. He's still balling.
But I'm saying even with Melo, did they make it? Have they ever made it past the first round?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Have they ever made it past the first round? Even with Melo and JR.
They got swept by the Heat.
Steve Novak, all them motherfuckers. Have they ever? And I don't mean ever in history, but you know what I mean. From Melo back, have you gotten out the first round?
Lost to Jordan, and you know what I'm saying? They was losing to Jordan now.
So what I'm getting at is Jalen could have said, you know what, wouldn't be my opportune place to go. But that money though.
And we can bring in some more people to New York.
That money that you giving me and the weapons that they already have, somewhat
in 2012 with Melo, they lost in the second round to the Pacers. They made it to the conference.
Oh, they did make it to the second round. And that was in 12.
They did lose to Paul George.
I tell y'all niggas, man, 11 years ago.
No, I'm trying to think of who won the finals.
And they still suck.
I can look that up.
12 was Boston. Still suck, man.
Miami Heat.
No.
Stop disrespecting my team now.
They was back to back 12 and 13. They were.
So who the Heat won the 2013 NBA Finals.
Who won 2012?
And the Heat.
2012
they went back to
NBA
back.
Finals was the Heat as well. They won back to back. Yeah.
They almost three-peated. Lost to the Spurs in 14. And then the Warriors won.
Game 5.
Warriors won 15. Cavs won 16.
Right.
Warriors won 17 and 18. Toronto Raptors probably won 19.
And the Bucks won 20.
Then the Bucks.
No, the Lakers won 20. So
Lakers won 20. Then the Bucks.
Yeah. Bucks 21. And then 22 was Golden State.
Curry. Yep.
And I said Boston. I think I'm thinking, you know.
2008.
Yeah, I'm thinking of back when Paul Pierce and them was still there.
I was gonna say, man. Y'all gotta stop putting Boston up there now. You know,
They've been there every time. They've been there, but they've
Man,
been losing.
you gotta remember that he whooped their ass in the bubble, so you know.
Out now.
I think that's
It's true.
stylistically, and then that was a Kyrie Irving led team too.
Yeah, niggas weren't playing that year.
No, I'm not saying
All
I'm
right.
not saying
And
anything to take
I'm
away
just
from the
playing,
Heats.
I'm just
I'm not
playing.
saying anything to
No,
take away
Kyrie
from the
wasn't
Heats.
there.
In the bubble?
He sat out, didn't he?
Nah, they beat them in the finals, in the Eastern
Yeah.
Conference Finals, wasn't it? Didn't y'all beat Boston to go to the
It was JB and Tatum.
yeah, Kyrie wasn't there.
And Kyrie wasn't there, Cliff. He wasn't playing in
Kyrie
no bubble.
protested, bruh.
Right.
Kyrie
He
ain't
wasn't
playing
in
the
no
bubble.
bubble, Clifford.
Yep, he sat out.
Oh
I was-
right, you are
I
He
was
did
absolutely
not
correct.
want to get the
So
shot.
that was 19 too. 19 was the same way.
Started off like that, but he was in Brooklyn. But then he decided to play a little bit.
Didn't they
No,
lose
Kyrie
I know that the Heat knocked Boston out with Kyrie on the team.
The Cavs did, but Kyrie was hurt. LeBron went back to Cleveland and knocked him out in a game 7 when Tatum was a rookie.
Nah, I'm thinking
That's
of
when Kyrie
this is
got
the
there.
Boston
Kyrie got there.
team.
Kyrie got there. He played against Isaiah Thomas. He was in Boston, that Boston team.
That was when Kyrie was still on the Cavs.
Cleveland.
Right. Because that was the year after IT left Boston and came to Cleveland.
Yep.
And was
They
only
traded-
there for
They
right.
traded IT to Cleveland and traded Kyrie to the Boston.
Mm-hmm. What year was that? 17?
17. Yep.
Yeah.
When KD went to Golden State,
Yeah, that was 17. Okay.
and Bron had to take that team weak team to the finals.
Okay. Get my years right.
Yep. D Wade was on that Cavs team.
For just as long as Isaiah Thomas was. There go
Yeah.
AA Ron the dot connector.
D Rose.
Connect some
Wow.
dots. That's a fucking shame. Now that's really the fucking shame. Just sitting there watching D Rose on the bench.
Right. Even in New York.
I don't get it. Like I don't get
I
it. I
know
don't
he
get
can
how
be.
there's
He's
no
way
rotation
better than their
for him.
backup guard they've been putting in. Like, what are they doing? I didn't think about that.
I don't get it. I don't get how there's no rotation at all for my nigga.
That's what
D
happens
Rose
when you're
will
getting
cover
out
you.
coached.
You said
Bad.
getting out coached?
That's
And
what happens when you're
Tibbs, you
getting
would
out
think he-
coached. You don't know what to do. You just start playing with your lineup. You know, I know he's going to do something, so let me put him in. No, he's going to do something. Let me put him in. You know, it's just so
I mean,
massive
I give you
confusion.
that. That's a fair.
They got too much pressure on them.
The fans
much
cheering
pressure.
too when Derrick Rose getting the game still. That's
I'm
ugly. They
still,
doing it
hey,
like
look,
that.
I'm still waiting for Julius Randle to hit that 50-piece.
Oh shit. My guy Jason in the chat talking about LMAO. They did have a cruise ship series. You right, Cliff?
Oh,
I knew one of my nephews or somebody was watching that. I knew I seen something about a cruise ship. I knew it. I knew that shit. Thank you, Jason.
They was in a hotel. I told you they was in a hotel.
That's crazy. Nah, Jason in the chat. That's Jason from Discover, I believe.
Let me see something.
Y'all done let him back in the game.
It's Jason from Discover.
Listen, my guy.
Okay. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Cliff, they two boys living in Boston at a fictional hotel. Just Googled it.
Listen, I mean, you may be right. You feel me? I'm just saying. I didn't watch it like that.
As a matter of fact, it was called the if the name popped up, the Tipton Hotel was made up.
I thought I saw something about a cruise ship, and apparently they had a cruise ship series.
They might have a scene, motherfucker, but they lived in the hotel at the Tipton Hotel with the black butler. What up, Aaron?
But you never know, because if the bitch was paying for hotels to live in, it would have been cheaper to do a cruise ship.
I'm about to hit you with the Chris look.
That's the truth. You heard about the old folks that retired to cruise ships?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't.
It's just good to go from cruise ship to cruise ship.
Yeah, and it's cheaper a lot of times to do that, and they just stay on a cruise ship for the rest of their
She
shit.
wasn't old. She had 2 teenage boys that were
But
10.
I'm saying if they paying for a fucking Tipton Ritz-Carlton hotel, why wouldn't they take a year off and go on a cruise?
She had boppers at the Tipton, boy.
Listen, a singles cruise get you all kinds of shit.
Fuck that cruise.
That's all I'm saying.
If it ain't Top Gun,
And that's why she should be ashamed of themselves, because she brought them 2 little boys on a singles cruise and made them live there for a year. I don't know. I don't know. But
dog in it. I hear about the thug. It was a motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
But I will say that Knicks win that last game if they had any more assistance from the bench. Their whole entire bench only put up 10 points.
They weren't gonna put up any more.
They starters outscored y'all, and y'all's bench outscored them. That was the only.
I mean, that's the name of the game, though. Sometimes, right?
And y'all won by 8 points. So if they bench put up half of the amount that your bench did, they still lose by 2. But either way,
they on an 18-2 run right now.
Yeah, I know. 29-32 Knicks.
Yeah.
They just came back.
Hey, it's a game of runs. It's only not even halfway through the second quarter.
Ooh.
You know, we looking good, baby. I ain't worried. You know, you know we doing what they did to the Cavs.
Wait, yeah, I mean, I can't say you wrong.
You know, 4 quarter time.
I can't say you
put
wrong.
That pressure on them.
I need you to get a team that you could have more responses. You know what I'm saying? I need you to have a team you could be able to have more responses and
listen, I told y'all what was gonna happen. I said y'all we gonna go into the playoffs, and Donovan Mitchell taking all the shots is gonna have everybody cold. And what did Donovan?
He wasn't even taking all the shots sometimes though. He was, but he did play bad.
You know that's
awful. And what I say, if Donovan Mitchell does not come into this playoffs playing like he playing on the regular season, we automatically
he did play bad.
And
definitely,
what I think is what I hope is happening is motherfuckers, the Cavs office is looking at the Suns office and is like, damn, they can't even do it with one of the best scorers of all time in NBA history, and we traded our whole boatload for Donovan Mitchell? What the fuck were we thinking?
No, they smart. They're gonna build on it.
Bam.
From not making the playoffs to going to 4th seed, but you lost in the first round.
But how can you build on it though, realistically? And I don't want to talk about a team that isn't in the playoffs, but what player is willing to come to a team that they know they're not going to get shots on? Like, what player of merit, worth having, like worth bringing in, is going to be like, yeah, I'll go to the Cavs with Donovan averaging 25 points a game or 25 shots a game.
KD went to the Suns and look at D Book.
We can get Miles Bridges.
And that may be a reason why it's not working.
No. D Book's been putting up Michael Jordan numbers. What?
That's what I'm saying. It may be a situation if that's why it's not working. Because it almost reminds me of
Chris Paul's hurt as well. There's different factors. You know what I mean?
What was that? No, you are right about that. With Chris Paul being out, that definitely does, give them a hit. But it almost gives me like Zach LaVine, what's the name? Vibes. DeMar DeRozan vibes.
You compared him to Zach LaVine.
No, I'm saying them playing with each other. I still haven't. I don't see a lot of passing from Book to Durant or Durant to Book. You may see them defer.
Where they dropped 30 apiece.
You said what?
And they've been having like 8 assists, 10 assists.
They be passing.
I have seen assists. Kevin Durant got 7 last game, but I'm saying
Book had 10.
I very rarely see them targeting each other.
But who cares as long as they're scoring? I don't care if you pass.
But they're losing. The whole point was to bring the Suns over the top by getting KD.
But here,
But they're
I
losing
guess
to a
here's my
better
question.
team, probably.
I don't
Whether
know
they're-
because all I'm saying is the Nuggets as a whole are the same team they were last year.
Right. Pause right there. Didn't you generally say, generally speaking, when a team brings in new players or a mix of players,
Murray wasn't
takes a
healthy last
while
year.
for it to really come into effect?
No, it
The
does
Lakers-
usually take a
The Lakers
season
got
or
lucky.
two.
The Lakers situation got lucky. As a Lakers fan, I'll say that. Most teams, you see those ups and downs.
It does
right?
usually
And Michael
take a
Porter
season or
was
two.
always hurt too. It looked like Michael Porter
Michael
healthy,
Porter was always hurt.
Mm-hmm.
always back hurt.
Always
You know what I'm saying?
hurt.
Yeah, they
But
got a
wasn't he one of the players that recovered from like a broken back or a broken
he
yeah.
didn't play his first season.
Yeah.
Missed his whole college.
Yep, I do remember that. So I mean,
Yep.
you gotta get off his back, pun intended.
Jamal hurt his ACL. He was finally recovering from that.
Jamal
so you
gets
could tell
hurt
he-
every other year.
Yeah.
He wasn't right since 2021 when he was balling in the playoffs. And
Aaron Gordon looking different too. So yeah, they got some.
He looks better.
They got some guys that's ready.
He does look better, but that's the whole thing, though, right? You knew that ahead of time. You knew what record that they had ahead of time. They led the West at number 1 the entire season. The entire season, you knew what was going on. You chose to get KD at the trade deadline, thinking that they were going to get you over the hump. Since you went out last year to Dallas, was it?
Yeah.
I believe Lucas sent them home.
Yeah.
And Jalen Brunson, yeah.
Right. So now they was looking like if we get KD, we'll make it over the hump. Now it looks like you're down 2-3 to a team, like we said, who's never made it to the Western Conference Finals. It doesn't look good when you look at it on paper from a history standpoint. Watching it, we can say, yeah, the Nuggets look like a better team. But as far as history goes, for all the kids who didn't get to see the games, but will go back and read through the stats, they like, wait, KD, Chris Paul, Kevin Durant.
You don't think DeAndre Ayton knows a little bit more of the blame?
No, I
Ayton
don't.
is the reason they losing.
Big time.
I don't.
Big
Yeah.
time.
He's been slacking on defense, bro.
He
Yeah,
does.
getting
He always
cooked.
does, though.
He
He
don't got
always
no
does.
He don't got no.
But he ain't
Yeah,
getting no shots though on offense.
He
They ain't
always
getting.
does.
I don't
But
want to
they-
hear none of that.
Shots on
'Cause he
offense.
called-
Go ahead, Q.
No, I don't want to hear none of that with Ayton because he called all that fucking stir up. Like he was gonna have a strong season this year, over the contract and signing offer sheets and being a dickhead with the Phoenix organization. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And you ain't even showing the fuck up, bro. You
Well,
just on the court.
Well, I'll say this because you remember last year I said that they would have gotten past the Mavericks, but it seemed like they weren't giving him no shots.
He don't get the ball.
They don't
man.
give him shots. He has too
Man.
much offense not to be using it.
The new NBA.
Yeah, but he can't get shots against Joker though. He's not about to be scoring on Joker.
Joker getting shots, but he ain't getting no shots on him.
That's
Yeah,
where
but
you got to
Joker's on a
demand the
different
ball.
level. But I mean, let's
Right,
be
that's what
honest.
I'm getting
But
at.
wait.
That's what
Let's
I'm
be
getting at.
honest. Last game, Ayton scored 14 points off of 7 for 12 shooting.
But he needs a
So-
double. He ain't.
Well,
even
see, here's the
averaging.
thing, though,
Oh.
right? It's almost like Looney and Curry and Clay. KD and Booker are put there to take the shots. Y'all take the shots. So
Right.
Aiden's only room to make shots are off their misses in his putbacks. But
Oh,
we
yeah.
know,
Glass cleaner.
he's not. He's not a glass cleaner.
Or they give it
which
to
is
him at
why-
the end of
which
the
is why-
shot clock.
You think Aiton's a glass cleaner? When has Aiton ever been like top in rebounds?
I'm not. You don't gotta be top. I'm talking about his play style.
Well, that's why I'm saying it's not Aiton's fault because his play style does not merit being on the court with the KD and a Booker. If you're not going to give him his shot to create his offense, there is no room for him to be there. What you do need is more of a Looney type player who's not going to take shots. I'll just clean it up and move everybody out the paint. So
Yep.
it's not his fault. It's the organization's fault for pairing him with those two because it doesn't make sense.
Okay, but they got Bismack Biyombo as well.
He been hurt, I think. They been going with the Lindale.
And we know Biyombo's last greatest days were in Charlotte.
I don't know if you call those greatest days. But
Damian Lee ain't. Why
They were
was
the
Yeah.
best days of his career.
yeah, he had better days. Yeah.
They took Damian Lee out the
They need to give
rotation.
Damian Lee some more playing time. I see they don't be giving him no playing time.
And that's what I was
He
gonna
ain't
get
been
at.
hitting.
That's what I was gonna get at, Mal. To me, the way the rotation has been playing out, it seems like there's almost some type of pressure towards Monty Williams. You know what I mean? Like to win now because we made this move. Because until Chris Paul got hurt, these bench guys ain't been getting the minutes they've been getting.
Terrence Ross, no.
That's because y'all don't
Nobody.
have a bench, so it's like fuck. Like
You-
y'all
you
just
got
stay
no
on as
bench.
much as y'all can. We traded away the whole bench.
You
No,
got
taking all the
professional
money.
athletes on that bench.
KD and
fuck
Book
that.
and CP taking all the money, so you can't really get nobody else.
Yeah, Ayton taking all the money. That nigga got
Ayton.
$100 million.
They paying them guys too much money. They cap is like done. So
And they have no players. They have no players. If one player goes down, to your point, CP3 going out,
Book looked a little banged up last game.
it's a train wreck. Honestly,
Tory-
though, it's a train wreck. If one player on the Suns goes out, it's a train wreck. And it doesn't even have to be a Booker, KD, or a Paul.
You read TJ Warren?
TJ Warren's done.
I mean, I'm just saying though, like you have nobody to replace anybody else. Now, of
Yeah, that's
course,
done.
you know when I say you can't afford to lose a player, it is going to be a CP3, Booker, or Durant. But I'm saying even if you exclude those three and lose a player, train wreck. It's a train wreck. So I don't know. Maybe I'm being hard.
I'm looking- I don't know. I'm looking at the Phoenix roster, man, and I'm just like
What were y'all thinking?
Bismack Biyombo, like he'll piss Joker off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just
Right,
trying to think
right.
of like what can rattle some bones on the other side of the ball
Joker's been
while
looking-
you get your guys a couple of minutes of rest.
Right. Joker's
You know what
been
I'm
looking
saying?
unstoppable.
They got Jock Landale.
Yeah, D Book's been playing 40 plus every game.
I don't mind
since-
Landale, honestly.
I don't know who he is. I just
He's
think-
promising, but
the
he
tall,
ain't-
blonde white dude. I like
he
him.
ain't handling no Joker, bro. So
No. And he hadn't been
He's
around long
6'11".
enough to.
He's 6'11", 255. He's 27.
Yeah, he hadn't been around long enough to know what to do with him.
that's what I mean. Like a Biyombo, a little aggravating motherfucker
Right.
playing defense on
Awkward,
him. You know
he
what
real
I'm saying?
awkward, so you don't know what's really going
Yeah.
on. Right.
Yeah, and he's
Bismack
played
only
playoff
6'8".
minutes. Yeah, I know he's a
Is
little
he?
aggravating
I
motherfucker.
thought he
Yeah,
was
he
6'10".
no, he's
6'8",
not tall at all.
255.
Cliff.
He's 30.
Damn.
He's 30 years old.
I think Joker gonna be. I think Joker would do that, man. Like it would be really. There's a reason why he's not out there. That's all I'm trying to say.
But no. I don't know if you can say
That was
that,
okay.
right? Because
He'll
we
be in
know
foul
that
trouble.
Ayton's not gonna play defense. So you
I
mean
mean,
to tell me his effort is gonna be less than what Ayton can provide?
At some point, you have to be like, all right, hey, you're not giving me the effort.
Hey, bro, Warriors is 7.
I'm putting
He's stupid. Where he on his way to work?
Yeah, man. Looking like he got church clothes on, man.
Right, with his fucking ex girl.
See your brother James.
Looking
All
like
right.
P. Diddy's stepson.
That's brother James right there. Had to drop the iPad
That
off.
nigga look like what's his name? DeBarge, Chico DeBarge.
I told him, El DeBarge.
Yeah.
What's his name? John Leguizamo? What's that nigga's name?
I called him Jordan Poole's little brother the other day, boy.
Oh shit, that is funny, boy.
Baby Joker.
I said, "Who's at my door?"
My nigga look like a valet that I wouldn't trust.
You take the cigarettes in my shit.
Boy had the fake ass fake ass dress shoes.
Oh shit! Let me
Had
stop.
the pay lessons on. That's my
Let me
nigga.
stop. He got to be
Shout
able
out-
to defend himself.
Shout out my nigga. Hey, you know what? Hey, Cliff, he wanted us to bring up that I don't know if y'all seen it, that dunk a couple games back that Michael Porter Jr. did on KD.
Mm-hmm.
Did any of y'all see that?
I did see that.
Oh yeah.
I did see that.
Man, that's the problem, Cliff. You talking
Jamal
about
tried to get him last game.
man.
Tried to get him last game. KD kind of like quit on the play on one and let him get it off. And the second one, he met him at the rim and got that block.
Man,
See,
They don't
Denver
play
got
no
like
defense.
Denver got a bench because they got like Jeff Gordon.
they do.
Jeff Green.
Denver has a deep bench. I
They
think
don't
that's-
even play Thomas Bryant or Reggie.
They have Thomas Bryant. Damn.
Yeah, and they got Reggie Jackson.
Shit, excuse me. Yeah, they do, don't they?
They don't even play them.
Got him on ice. They'll play him.
If you got 1 minute till your alarm go off.
What happened? It was a flagrant.
On what?
Brunson taking a.
No, they caught a foul on Gabe Vincent defending Brunson
Oh,
on the
Has
inbound.
TJ Warren
I
been
guess he
hurt?
played
Where's
it.
TJ Warren? TJ Warren been hurt?
He played a little
He
bit.
played a little bit last game.
They give him like 10 minutes a game.
Yeah, he played a little bit
Man,
last
he needs to
game.
get that's like you said, Q. That rotation, man, is just
Yeah, I mean, at some point you gotta. I mean,
But TJ is another nigga he's another nigga that's in
Like-
between positions.
like when
He's
did Torrey
too slow
Craig
for
wasn't
them.
he
start
like a
playing only?
defensive player of the year or something?
I
Wasn't he?
know.
He'll
when did
offer
Torrey
defense, but he's too slow for the 3 and he's too small for the 4. So it's like, where do we put you exactly?
They took
At the
Torrey
three.
Craig out the rotation.
He's too
Yeah,
slow.
man. He's only
the
cheer.
three?
I only see Torrey Craig cheerleading now.
Me too.
That's
He was
it.
just
He on
giving
the
him like
bench.
18 first round.
That nigga Torrey got all the tickets to the game on the bench, man. Courtside.
He like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it this week. But you may be able to get my season tickets and just sit on the end of the bench. with the team. Just don't say nothing.
Yep. And you gotta take my shirt and do it
You're
like
right. Right.
that.
Throw up the threes every time somebody hit for me, please. But yeah,
Don't
it's interesting. It's very interesting.
It is.
I think didn't we have and I don't this is a long shot, right?
Okay.
Doesn't look very long now that we're getting to the end of the playoffs. But I remember we talked about it probably around trade deadline because we was talking about the MVP conversations and we were saying wouldn't it be something for the Nuggets and the Sixers to make it for them to battle it out to see who was really MVP in that situation. And if I'm looking at it completely unbiased, back away from the entire playoffs, those are the two most complete teams in this entire playoff, the 76ers and the Denver Nuggets. No more complete team on who's more complete in the
How?
East.
The
Lakers.
The Miami's
In the
East.
East.
Deep too.
In the East, they're
Oh.
injured.
Miami's deep. Miami.
I get Boston 1,
Boston.
Heat 2.
I don't think Boston is deeper than. I think that's why they're proving it right now that they're not
I
deeper
don't,
than.
but I don't trust the inconsistent James Harden
They just had
and
to
a
start Derek White
Tyrese
last game.
Maxey that ain't been
They
showing
been
up.
starting White.
Yeah, they've been starting White.
And
White's
then
been
bringing
And
Brogdon
you
off
think
the
that's a
bench.
complete lineup?
He can give you 15 to 20.
Well, what do you consider a
can,
complete
possibly.
lineup? What's your definition of a complete lineup?
That when somebody comes off the court, their replacement is not that far below them.
That's not always the case, though.
Not always, but let's think about all the people that they have on. Like they're stacking their lineup with Maxey and Harden playing.
Right.
They're stacking the guards with both of them playing. They don't need to both play at the same time.
They don't, but they should.
They're also playing Tobias Harris and trying to squeeze PJ in at the 4.
He needs to come off the bench.
Agreed.
Right.
Agreed. But what I'm saying is because they're stacking the current lineup that they have, it makes it look like the bench isn't as strong, if that makes sense. You know what
It's
I'm
not.
saying?
Not compared to some of these other teams that you're speaking of.
Like the Celtics. Like the
Nah,
Celtics?
I mean, they got the
Like the
sixth man of
Celtics?
the got the sixth man of the year, don't they?
But
Well,
I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just asking.
we need
I'm
to
just
clip that.
saying.
Like a Peyton Pritchard, like a Malcolm Brogdon,
Hey,
who
don't
was
diss the Malcolm.
rookie of the year and hadn't started
Damn.
anywhere since Indiana that year.
You got something against Malcolm's at this point. That's what it is.
Six man of the year.
game is good, but it's so boring.
You say what?
So boring. Malcolm Brogdon's game is good, but it's so boring.
Mm-hmm.
You know
That's
what I'm
all.
saying? Like he's that lawyer to show up at like LA Fitness on Sundays. And, you know what I'm
But
saying?
I thought that was why they brought him in, right? To take the responsibility off of Marcus Smart.
Right.
No,
He's doing. I'm just talking about his game style. He's a great player. He's just got a boring ass game.
And what's happened, though, what's happened, ironically, they're like, the Celtics are like, nah, Marcus, you got it, G. Stay in there. So
I mean, but
you
you
brought
got
a guy that you thought was going to be a starter to be a bench player. So that's the best man on your bench. So who's next? Al Horford went 0 for 7. Robert Williams is still banged up. He only played 19 minutes.
They ain't gonna win the championship without him. I can tell you that.
Right, that's what I was saying. That's what I said that from the jump.
Oh, okay.
But
Not this episode, but I've been saying if Robert Williams didn't,
I think it's a Celtics coaching issue as well. Joe Mazzulla.
I could.
Mazzulla?
I think that's
Big.
a fair statement as well.
Mazzulla?
I think
big
that's a
time.
fair statement as well. I'm just saying I'm not sold on saying that Boston is deeper than 76ers and there wouldn't be any other team aside from them.
I'm glad you mentioned that because that's where the problem is. You ain't playing enough chess against Doc Rivers. You got an inconsistent James Harden playing, and you ain't gonna go ahead and say fuck it and add Malcolm Brogdon into the fucking starting lineup.
Wait, say that again for me.
I said, why not go ahead and say fuck it? It's the playoffs. Y'all slipping. Malcolm Brogdon need to be in that starting lineup.
Move Marcus to the 2.
Yep.
I mean, that makes sense.
You have to. You have to.
But
You
the
getting
only
body
issue
right now.
is Malcolm hasn't had enough time
Man, I don't want to hear that shit.
quarterbacking that team
I don't want to hear
that
that.
you can do that against the 76ers in a closeout game.
I don't want to hear that. You've been in that locker room all season long. Fuck all that.
But we just talked about with KD. Sometimes it takes a season or two to get comfortable with the new team that you're on. So you can't just do them like that.
Generally speaking.
Especially at a point guard position, the one who's supposed to make the decisions for the squad.
Okay, and this is that same Boston team that started off looking like shit last season, but went on a run and went all the way to the fucking NBA Finals.
But that was last season. And they
I'm just saying it ain't that much of a difference in the team. You got a better player in
Hold
Malcolm
on,
Brogdon.
Wait,
You
looking
just-
like shit is different from being shit as well, because Boston never dropped past 5.
What, last season?
Yeah.
Nah, they was bottom of the barrel to start the year.
Well,
It's not until they rolled up a few games before All-Star break when they made that run last season.
Yeah,
But
it
why?
was a
Climbed
minute
and
before-
climbed the
yeah,
chart.
You're right. It was probably
But-
Yeah, they weren't in fifth like
But
that.
that was under Ime. This
I
is
mean,
the
they
Mazzulla.
still they still under Ime. See, the only Ime they don't got is these motherfucking adjustments Mazzulla can't fucking make.
You think Ime would have made him?
Man, come on.
Yeah.
John Mazzulla probably calling Ime before the game. Like,
Man,
hey,
come on, man.
Hell no, Ime's
Yeah, help me out.
Yeah, man.
Tell me what you'll do.
I don't know.
Ime didn't answer the phone for the game, so I don't know.
Ime got bad blood with Boston. He ain't fucking with Boston.
In the regular season,
He
Joe
ain't
Mazzulla
answering
don't have to
Boston
make
area codes.
adjustments.
Right.
You in
He
do
said,
or die
"Fuck you,
games
keep
now.
talking."
No, that's a good point. That's a good point, Q.
You in do or die games now. He don't know what to do with that squad, man.
He don't, and
And-
that's the difference, Q. He's
You
not a
can't lead them. You can see.
Cliff,
you can see
that's
at
not a
the
plug-in
closing
team.
moments. You
Right.
can see. You can see where the leadership at. It's on the floor, not in the coaching staff.
Right.
It's not there.
Right. Now I was just about to say I don't know how many adjustments are made on a team with Jason Tatum's and Jaylen Brown either. Those are two players while they don't shoot like Clay and Steph. You kind of just got to put the ball in their hand and let them move. So if the adjustments aren't off ball screens or, pick and rolls, there's nothing to adjust. They're going to go out and they're going to shoot.
And you don't think with Malcolm Brogdon in the
I think
starting
there's more
lineup, you don't think
organization.
you don't think it can build up to help out in that fourth quarter
I
moment
do.
when that's all
But
I'm
that's
saying.
also,
He's on the bench most of the time in those moments as well.
I do think he is too good of a basketball mind to have on your bench like that. Like, he may not be the most athletic, the best shooter, but his mind is crazy. Like, the plays he creates are crazy.
Even if he just inbounding that motherfucker, he got to say on what's going to happen.
But going back to what I said, there's some reason they trust Marcus Smart over him.
Because he's been there longer.
But he hadn't been there longer as a point guard.
Yeah, he has. He played point guard
last year was his first year playing point guard for Boston.
Right, so he's therefore been there longer.
I see what you're saying. But what I was getting at was you're not a natural point guard, right? So even though Marcus hasn't been in Boston longer than
Malcolm.
No, I said even though Malcolm hasn't been in Boston longer than Marcus.
Okay.
He still has more of a tenure at the position you're asking Marcus to play.
But these days, who is a natural point guard playing point guard in the league?
Well, what it comes down to is they don't need a point guard. Why? Because you have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown taking all the shots and the ball control. Now, do they need a point guard?
Tatum's
yes, they do.
Off too.
He does. Jaylen goes off.
No, I said Tatum has been off.
Yeah, he has.
Right.
3 for 11 from 3 in that last game. But
he started off for 0 for 7, 0 for 8.
He's been gelling his hair.
It's par for the course when you look at last season.
He ain't done his Miguel look.
But Embiid looking healthier though.
Embiid's looking like, where's my
healthier.
Backpack?
Yeah.
Y'all hop in it.
MVP season, he's like, man, I need it.
That's why I think it would be interesting to see the Nuggets and the 76ers. I don't know that it will be that.
Lakers, but yeah.
I am kind of leaning with the Lakers coming out the West. I'm not going to
AD can guard Joker.
I think so too.
Denver,
I don't know how healthy he remains throughout all of that. Right, but Joker also is like the Michelin man that moves in slow motion. Denver, so I don't see him hurting AD either because he's I'm not saying like he's fat. That's not, even though, there were some players around the league calling him that for a while. I'm not saying he's fat. I'm just saying he's soft.
No, I don't think he's that.
He's Tyson Fury.
He's Tyson Fury. That's a great comparison. And I didn't mean soft like that, CT, like he's a soft nigga. I was saying like he's just not right. He's
fluffy.
Yeah, he's not a hard body that you would feel bang into you. He may hit you at force, but it's not hard. You know what I'm saying?
That's what the Suns owner said. He said it felt like a fly hit him.
Shut the fuck up. When he got pushed.
Yeah.
He said, damn, them hands. I thought he did massages on the weekends.
He shook hands with him before the game and gave him the ball.
He threw the ball to him.
He gave him the ball. Yeah, I was like.
Y'all niggas. But that's them folks for you. Man, how about the Bucks firing
Let me find out. Did you just see that?
You see, Ja didn't even get the Supermax. He's not eligible for the Supermax. That's crazy.
Why not?
He didn't make the NBA All-Team.
Who, John Morant?
Yeah.
Holding that gun too much.
Holding that thing.
You know
what I mean? That's probably what it came down to.
Bread up.
We'll talk
fuck it. Let's jump into it. Because the
messing
Ja
his
effect
bread
is real. And yeah, I'm patenting it, the Ja effect. Because remember I said, let you play gangster and see what happens with all these young bucks coming after you. Now what happened today? Did y'all hear?
No.
I don't even know what to call him. NBA prospect Mikey Williams pleads not guilty to 5 counts of
Oh,
assault
yeah.
with a deadly weapon and firing a
Oh yeah, I've been heard
gun
about
into
that
an
from Alabama.
occupied vehicle.
From
Mhm.
Alabama. Yeah.
Peer pressure.
No, I don't even think it's peer pressure. See, here's my thing, because immediately I was thinking,
They was at my dude crib.
He's coming to the Cavs.
my immediate thought was, I wouldn't mind him coming to the Cavs.
Shit. This nigga
We'll
gonna catch
work
a
on that
body,
good shit.
boy.
It's all good.
I wouldn't mind him coming to the Cavs just because of his attitude, and I think that he would be one of the guys that, even if you didn't have a great career in the Cavs, you may be able to iron some shit out. Like, why the fuck are y'all doing this? Like, why do y'all do it like that? Like, why are y'all doing this?
That's an Aaron Hernandez right there.
We need somebody that's going to call shit out, and I feel like Darius Garland's too soft, and I do mean actual soft,
Oh, he's
not
from Memphis.
soft-bodied in that situation, to speak up and say that's not the way we play. But when I immediately first saw that article, it was a little video and all that, I thought to myself, like, niggas can't, and this does ring true. This has always been the truth. My dad used to say this to me all the time. You can't be both. You can't be
Right.
both. You can't be in the streets and then you can't be an athlete at the same time. You have to pick which one you want to be. You can't be both. And I'm not saying that now in this crazy world that we live in, even athletes coming out of high school might not need to stick on them because niggas will try them. Oh, I believe that to be true as well. If they catch a little 18-year-old Mikey Williams out and they think he flashing with his chain on, yeah, they gonna try you. But my question is, and always has been, why do you not have a shooter with you? Period. It's not your job to do that.
That sound like a gunshot. What the fuck? Hold up. Speaking of Mikey Williams, this might be the real Mikey Williams fan.
This nigga worried about a gunshot. How you worried about a gunshot in Columbus?
A
They-
gunshot.
You know what I'm saying? That's like worried about a raindrop in Seattle. Come on now.
One gunshot, nigga. One gunshot.
Right, it ain't come through the wall. You're good.
That was an accident.
The fuck?
No, my bad, y'all. I fucked up.
Right.
You gotta always check the perimeter.
You right. You right.
I don't do no sneak attacks. This ain't the ring.
But Chad, you need a shooter with you. And I don't even mean that, because it might be some people that are like, shooter, well, who needs to get shot? It's not about somebody getting shot. It's about knowing that you got somebody that will shoot if somebody tries you. And a guy who's worth as much, who's getting NILs like Mikey Williams, there's no reason you don't have a homeboy with you at all times that has that thing. So if an assault with a deadly weapon needs to come about, it's not going to be on Mikey.
If you got NIL,
These dudes is they
you
young. They
you need it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't
Actual
be both,
crime.
though. You can't
You
be
get
both.
actual crime security. You know what I'm saying?
You'll find it out one way or
like
another.
17, 18.
Well, this incident,
Navy SEAL or some shit, nigga. This nigga will
They
break.
was at his crib.
it happened at his home allegedly.
Some dudes he didn't know showed up to his crib.
That
Like
ain't
different.
that ain't what I
That's
read. It
what happened
just
to somebody-
says
somebody
they had an
showed up.
altercation with
Started
5 people. They got in the car and as they left, somebody shot at him.
He said it was some dudes he didn't know though that was at his crib. I guess he had like a party or something, and like you said, he drove away and he shot at him.
So
I don't know. They must have got into it or something.
And
I don't
so,
know.
in the whole, you at your crib.
Mm-hmm.
You 18 at your crib and it's no shooters in the house with you?
you shouldn't even have a house party. I guess
Fuck a house party.
Not-
You should have real life security. And I don't
That's
mean the
what-
police. I mean your homeboys. Like, who the fuck? Who is that? You're not coming in here. Back up. Go on.
Okay.
Why are they even pulling into your
Military.
driveway when you're worth millions and millions of dollars?
How did they even? Yeah.
Like, you don't have a gate?
Nope.
If you're
And
worth
you're-
$1 million and you don't have a gate, and you're not playing like Warren Buffett, I'm really broke type rich guy shit, there's something wrong with you.
Not having a gate. I mean,
But you know what I'm
You
saying?
can't just
He's
have
talking
like
about
a
Warren
private
Buffett
type
living in the
party.
old house that he owned back in the day type
That
shit.
nigga got sensors in the ground in his
Oh, you
lawn.
know he got some.
You
Listen,
know what I'm saying? You touch your hand, it's the wrong, you touch a doorknob, it's the wrong temperature, the whole house locked down, nigga.
you might be right about that. I ain't gonna stunt you. But I'm saying, regardless though, like unless you low profile, low key, why don't you have a gate? Why don't you have something to stop people? Because if you're Mikey Williams, you have to have some sort of filter to your house.
Right.
You mean anybody can walk up your driveway and ring the doorbell? There's nothing there to stop them from accessing your property?
That don't make no sense.
And
It
then
didn't look
beyond that,
like it.
even if you can access my property, you think when I was 18, house was full on weekdays.
Right.
And there was a lot of niggas in there waiting on some shit to pop off. And I didn't have $1 to provide. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, Mikey Williams might be like C-Murder.
Why you say that?
Because C-Murder had $1 million, he was still in the project.
Right.
Nigga bought,
Imani Bates was on the same thing.
nigga bought 2 project buildings.
Imani Bates ain't Mikey though.
Nah.
I
He
mean,
had the burner.
he did have similar buzz coming out of high school, but
He
let's
had
be
the
honest, he
burner
fucked
on
it
him.
up in college and in the G League. But yeah, no, he definitely had the burner.
He going to the league this year.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
He was in Memphis, wasn't it?
Yeah, he went to the league, got dropped. Well, I don't even think he
No,
got.
he went to Eastern Michigan.
Well, no, he went to the
after
G League
Memphis.
too, and he got dropped from the G
Yeah.
League,
Yeah.
and he went
Yeah.
back to college.
I didn't know he went to the G League, but
hmm
Was it the other league? Not the G League, but the other one? They got that other league. The
ABA, not the ABA. That was the old women's league. The
The women's league.
I know what you're talking about though.
I think what's the name? LeVar Ball had something to do with it.
oh yeah.
Oh no, now I'm off. Now I'm lost.
It's like the NBL or some shit.
He only did it the year Melo was there, I feel like.
Oh, okay. I could be wrong.
Yeah, and I don't. Yeah, I don't want to lie.
Yeah, I feel like he only did it for Melo to get some exposure.
Where was we at though? What was we talking about? Oh, the Mikey Williams shit. Yeah, that's that Ja effect.
No.
It is. At the end of the day, it's the Ja effect. Because any rising star always has little motherfuckers looking like up to him. And
Right.
if your rising star is the guy with the gun, all of a sudden all the little dumb niggas whose cerebral cortex ain't formed yet is like, oh, it's cool for me to carry one too. And everybody knows who's ever carried a gun, the more you got it on you, the more you'll have to use it.
Sure.
A lot of times that gun puts you in situations that you shouldn't be in because you're more confident or you're ready for action or you know what I'm saying? Like it's just
More
weird.
emotional. You're more you react more emotionally. and
Right.
shit. Yeah.
Knowing that your little bitch ass will hoe up if you didn't have it. Matter of fact, the little nigga from I think Florida had the one who used to have the dreads, he just cut his hair, had a funny skit about how niggas act when they got a gun and when they don't got a gun. And it was the
Nelly
most
Chopper?
accurate shit. Nah,
You
it's he's like a YouTube dude. Like he do like, you know, the little funny
Yeah, some
skits
shit.
and shit.
The Florida dude with the grill? No.
I know what you're talking about.
He kind of like light skinned a little bit,
I
shorter.
think he's from New Orleans.
He might be from New Orleans. You might be
Mm.
right. You might be right.
Q said, not everybody's from Florida.
Nope.
You know, you might be right. Because now that I think about it, his accent does kind of sound a little more New Orleans than it does Florida.
I know what you're talking about though.
Uh-huh. But yeah, he had that skit, and that was the most accurate shit I ever seen. So now, if an NBA star that's getting $200 million contracts can carry a gun and swing it in the club and punch on a 17-year-old and shoot at a bus as it's leaving. Like, niggas is like, oh, it's cool for me too. It's not that deep as I thought it was, or my parents told me. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's on the old heads, right? It's on the old heads. Like, it's our generation, right? Because we didn't have enough pull to let a motherfuckers know, like, get a nigga for that. You don't got no fucking crash dummy with you?
Cliff, you know who Kids These is?
Who?
The motherfuckers, when you was growing up, you was like, man, I hope the motherfuckers don't have no kids.
Right.
That's who Kids These is.
Just so happen these motherfuckers is the most talented niggas in the world, but dumb as shit.
Man, I'm telling you, bro.
Because that's dumb.
I got a situation I'm dealing with now. Smartest kids in the world, but
Our head makes a soft ass.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. And I guarantee you're going to see more and more and more of it. And again, I want to say this for any young athlete that may be listening and all that. I'm sympathizing. I know factually that there are motherfuckers out there who are looking to try you just because of the name that you have. I know it may be safer for you to keep a gun. I don't judge you for it. All I'm saying is if you have a future, an opportunity to change your current situation, make sure you at least have a crash dummy with you.
You also got to stay out of certain situations too. You got to be smart about the situations you put yourself in.
It's hard to though when you're
young. It's hard to make that decision. It's hard to make that decision, but somebody has to be around and like, I don't know if that's a good idea. I think mentorship is missing. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Somebody should have been around. Like, you shouldn't even be having this house party. You're gonna have a party somewhere that's like not where you live.
But then what? Get Pop Smoke?
Or make it stupid private, like
a clubhouse or something, somewhere.
And then get Pop Smoke.
No, have
and then get Pop Smoke.
Why have a party at your house?
Because if I'm young and I'm gonna do it where I feel the most comfortable. Nobody else should be involved outside of this party. So if somebody pulls up that wasn't invited, I know one of you motherfuckers invited them. Why are they pulling up to my house?
Right.
I'll give you that. I just don't want niggas know where I live.
Well, that's why it should have been.
I'm about to sign $200 million.
Right.
I don't need the whole neighborhood knowing where I live.
Keep niggas out your game room.
In my bathroom, know my windows.
But we live in the era of clout, of stunt.
Yeah. That's where mentorship comes in at. Maybe you should just not have this party at all. That's just me.
I agree. I do agree. Maybe I'm giving the motherfuckers wrong information. I don't know. But still.
Have the party at your house and invite everybody so you know who's fucked up.
Listen, I didn't say that. Listen, don't take them words from me. I'm just saying have a nigga or two with you that's willing to ride for you. Crash dummy's not the best word because a lot of times the niggas know what they're there for. I know what I'm here for.
That has some goonies. You know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, I don't understand why it's not. And listen, it's just not. I don't get it. I don't know.
Maybe you don't know no thorough people. Maybe he is that dude.
Right. Maybe he's King Von.
There's no way. There's no possible way.
Whole team soft like butt cheek.
There's no possible way you could be that dude and still work at your craft enough to get recognized for what you do. You can't be both. Back to what I said. There's no way to do that.
Where is he from?
That's a good question.
Who from?
Michael Williams.
I thought it was Memphis.
Wasn't Zach Randolph and them on that though?
No, he's from Cali.
He is from Cali. He is from Cali.
Old Cali motherfucker.
You said what is that?
Yeah, he does. He is from around San Diego.
Yeah.
Wasn't Zach Randolph kind of associated?
No. Zach Randolph was. You know what I'm saying? I know we all know about Zach Randolph. Zach Randolph was conservative about his.
Right, he was conservative.
He was definitely about something.
Right.
The Jailblazers, Rasheed Wallace and them.
Right. That's another one.
Some Telfair's ass and shit. Niggas bring choppers on planes and shit.
Right.
All that.
AI was about that. Let's not forget AI had a couple charges against him before he came to the league, man.
No, that was a misunderstanding.
It was,
Gil,
but
Gil had
that nigga got gutter in that bowling alley though. Shit.
Yeah, that was a misunderstanding. He was high profile, so they picked his ass out. But that was just a regular old brawl. Like it wasn't like
regular old brawl.
I mean, somebody got hit with a chair, big whoop.
Right.
That's it.
How many chairs Bobby Knight then threw around, hit motherfuckers with?
Oh yeah, Bobby Knight. That 30 for 30 was crazy.
The bowling alley chair. That's a folding chair.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but yeah.
Mike Budenholzer getting fired, man, from the Bucks.
Oh yeah, I did hear that, but shit, about time.
Yeah, he didn't get the job done.
You can't just expect Giannis to do it all without.
They think Giannis is leaving too, though, but
he should. That's the same as the Dame Lillard situation. Matter of fact, it's worse.
Way worse.
He actually got a ring, so.
Right, he got the ring, and that's
that.
what makes it worse to me is that they were like, "Well, you made it, right? So get it done again. We ain't gonna change shit. We're not gonna add shit. Matter of fact, we'll take something away. We'll put DiVincenzo on the Warriors."
Didn't they get somebody? Yeah, somebody.
No,
not that I'm aware of.
They picked up Jay Crowder, which he was very unhappy with. His role.
He ain't playing like a year.
So
yeah, they ain't pick up nobody. So that's what I'm saying. Like when you got a situation like that, like yeah, it's about time for you to get fired. Last dub we said was in what 21. And you've been losing to Miami since then.
Whoa. Wait a minute. We're going to get on Miami, dog.
You can't get past Miami.
Taking niggas down out here.
I'm not saying y'all ain't. I'm not saying y'all ain't.
Fucking Lakers 2.0.
Lakers 2.0, shit.
Yeah, because we actually come to play and win. You know what I'm saying? They be half stepping.
Hey, y'all straight. But
I know that's right.
Jimmy Butler for more than 3 games.
Hey,
Jimmy. But he's on the man. Like I didn't expect nothing like that from Jimmy Butler for the playoffs.
I don't know if I can say that.
I can say it. I'm gonna be humble and be like, I didn't think this man was gonna come out and go on a 3-game 40+ tear.
That's Red Bandana Jimmy.
I know now.
That's Jimmy.
I've been trying to tell y'all, man.
I ain't been listening.
You know he strap on his red bandana and play his country music
fucking
when he put up shots.
Like this.
Right, when he put up shots.
Like Rambo or some shit. Like, day.
That nigga's stupid. I'm just glad ain't no extensions in his hair when he do that.
Man, when my dog did that, he was trying to let y'all know what it was. That's all it was. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna be on TV.
What it was.
But when did Tyler Hero get back?
They said probably for the finals or semifinals if they get there.
It was a 4 to 6 week injury.
The conference finals.
He could possibly get back next series is what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
He's not ruled out. But
that's either gonna be against the Sixers or the Celtics, huh?
If they play the Celtics, I think the Heat.
Heat beat the Celtics.
I think they can Jedi mind trick them niggas.
I think the Heat beat the Celtics. I'm worried about the 76ers.
I ain't worried about the Sixers. We playing on a different atmosphere right now, bro. Like y'all don't understand. Like when it's 4 quarter time, yeah, y'all amazed by Jimmy buckets. You know what I'm saying? But y'all don't see what's going on the other end of the flow, where the ball is pressured. The guy they're trying to get a ball to is pressured.
Gabe Vincent's playing full court press by himself.
Yeah,
by himself.
Yeah. Like Jalen Brunson is irritated at that motherfucker right now. He got that man full court.
I think he's more so irritated about the squad as a whole. Because, again, he doing everything he needs to win.
But, I mean, you got... Well, they put up their points. But, see, this is one of those series where the Knicks stats, like their star players, it ain't showing what's really fucking happening. Because like you tried to point out last game, RJ still got his points. Julius still got his points. But they got their ass whooped. I don't care if we only won by 8.
Right.
You got your ass whooped. In the fourth quarter, you got your ass whooped. You look good all game.
I'm just saying, y'all ain't gonna be able to pull off them close, victories against the 76ers.
That's not a close victory. That's a decisive victory.
I mean, 8 points is... But you can come back from 8 in the last minute of the game.
You can, but a good team that knows how to close out.
No, you're right.
You're not going to close that 8-point gap.
But right now, you're also judging that based off of, like we said, the franchise favorite New York Knicks.
Yeah, I mean, Hardenstein is the center.
Right. Isaiah, don't hate on Isaiah now. He's
look.
No, Mitchell Robinson is the center. Isaiah is the backup.
Yeah.
Okay, both of them dudes combined are not Joel Embiid. Together.
I agree.
I want to see how the Heat's going to guard Joel. I'm not saying it's impossible that y'all don't win. I'm just saying
we got some pretty
But see,
good.
Here's the thing though. Like Tobias Harris had 11 rebounds last game. So even when Embiid is out of the paint, he's pulling your center out as well. And now it's a battle between your 3s and 4s to get that ball. It's still
his energy, his stuff don't show up on the stat sheet.
Man,
one of them.
Oh, it's 70-54 New York right now.
It's over.
I wouldn't say it's over.
Whoa.
It's RJ before. 3 for 5 from 3 last game.
I used to take them on the unders all the time.
Yeah, 2 here, 0-0-0. Quentin Grimes got 8 early points.
Yeah,
I think Josh got ejected.
Josh Hart, for stepping on Jimmy's foot.
They said flagrant 1, but he still looked like he went to the locker room.
I wonder if that was his bad ankle.
Well, that was his second flagrant.
True.
Was it of the game?
So there was the first half though. So
and from a previous game.
No, it would be the same game.
Oh, even if it's the first half, you can get 2 flagrants from the first half.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't see what happened, so I don't know.
Yeah, I just didn't get a chance to, watch from the jump. Why I'm asking. Because I know, listen. Oh, no, that's Tex. That's Tex. That'll carry over into other games.
He'll Tex carry over another game?
Yeah, that's why Draymond got suspended that one game.
No, Draymond just had so many texts for the whole season. That adds up.
Right. That's why I was saying the text carry over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I must have been thinking text instead of flagrants. But I don't got much else for real. I did want to touch on the Cameron and Mace.
Yeah, Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, I wanted to see how y'all felt about that, saying that Isaiah Thomas was the best point guard of all time.
From Detroit, or?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Bad Boys won.
I think I agree.
No, Steph carried to me.
I can't give it to Steph.
Point
guard. Steph.
It was Magic Johnson.
Before I give it to Steph.
I would definitely give it to John before I would give it to Steph.
Like
what?
Point guard, just point guard.
Anonymous MVP?
Steph is the 2 who plays the one position.
But when he goes down, he's going to be a point guard when it's all said and done. So
that's going to be his position. But as far as being a point guard, I don't know if I can give you that. Like, even on your whole career, you average 6.5 assists. What? I think 24.6 points per game.
You see, you can go get your triple doubles and stuff. Like,
right, but if you're not going to do it all the time, like Russ.
I don't think Isaiah was rebounding like Steph. So
you're right, because I do believe Steph also averages 6 rebounds a game.
Steph got some steal leaders of the year. Like, he got a lot.
I just don't see.
He do more than just shoot.
I think like he goes like Allen Iverson sometimes played point guard, but he was a shooting guard.
You don't
No, but he
consider
was
AI
labeled a
point either.
shooting guard. He was a shooter.
I'm just saying.
Well, Steph is
Point
the
guard.
shooter over AI.
But Steph also can get Clay going. That's why Clay also who he is. Because
But that's
Steph-
also another reason to me why I wouldn't give Steph point guard of the, because it's almost like saying what we had that conversation. I said it's almost like saying Derek Fisher should be up there in the top 5 point guard because you had Shaq to dish it to. If you got a shooter like Clay, best shooter in the league,
The fuck said that?
that was a conversation that we was saying offline when it's like,
top 5 point guard. Somebody said that.
no, I was saying, why don't you put him in there since he had
I'm
Shaq?
saying,
Like,
raise your hand.
of course, a lot of assists came from Shaq and Kobe.
No, yeah, but
So how much harder was it to rack up those numbers with 2 of the most dominant players to ever play the game? You got arguably the second best shooter of all time on the same team as the first. So those assists should come natural.
Talking about Steph, right?
Yeah.
No.
Now, when I look at
Look, Mark Jackson, who coached Steph Curry, is probably a better point guard than Steph Curry. I'm gonna say it. Look at Mark Jackson's assist.
I've heard it all night.
Mark Jackson
better than Steph. Mark Jackson wouldn't even say that himself.
He's better point guard.
He wouldn't even say that himself.
I'm looking at, that's what I'm saying though. I don't even see how the only reason Steph gets put in that category is because they have
Mark
him
Jackson
at
is
1.
better than Steph and Curry.
At point guard.
Listen, let me explain something.
I don't even think Mark Jackson would say that himself.
Let me explain something. They say that Steph averages 4 miles a game just running off ball. Just running off the ball. If you can run 4 miles a game without the ball being in your hand, you are not a point guard. There's no way.
He changed the game. It ain't like he's just not
a point guard. He's just a 2 that plays the 1 position. But
that's just what he's good at.
All right, so Damian Lillard is a better point guard than Steph Curry.
Man, Damian's my dude,
I don't. If you're gonna put that there, I put Steph back above.
This my guy,
because I feel the same way about Dame for real.
Back-to-back MVP, unanimous. The only unanimous MVP ever in the league. Oh, y'all, it's crazy.
But anybody can get that. That doesn't mean like point guard.
Nobody. The league has been around 75 years.
But it's not like unanimous MVP.
Nobody's ever done it.
Only allocated to a point guard. That can go to a center. That can go
to
anybody.
I just said unanimous. That's all I said. Unanimous. Nobody's ever gotten that.
But you can get that from any position.
Steve Nash got MVP 2 years in a row. Is he a better point guard?
I said we actually used.
But he got 4 champions, bro. He ain't got no shooting championships. He ain't got no gold medals.
But as far as orchestrator,
it's crazy.
When I look at the point guard, I look at the orchestrator. Steph gets his own shot. He creates his own shot. That's why I run 4 miles without a ball in my hand, because I'm looking for an opening to make my own shot. But I don't.
He got a handle.
And he does have a handle. He's very great at shot creating, but you're not great at facilitating and seeing the floor.
Yes, he is.
You can be. You showed it with that triple-double that you can be, but over the career, you're not.
I think
the first game when we lost, the game we lost, the first he had like 15 assists. Like he can pass. What are y'all talking about?
You talking about game 2?
Whatever game we lost.
Yeah, no. Hold up. Because I definitely have to look that up.
The same amount of assists.
Yeah, like he didn't score a lot, but he passed. He was passing. Y'all crazy if this man.
Game 2, he had 12.
20
points, 12 assists. But that's the thing. That's what I'm getting at is all the assists seem to come when your shot's not going down.
How many shots he took? I
Your
don't think he
shot's
took that
not
many shots.
when your shot's not hitting, then you choose to pass the ball. But a real point guard is passing the ball when the ball needs passed. Doesn't matter if I have a shot or not.
He's not passing like John Stockton, but he's passing.
John Stockton, led an assist for a while and steals?
Nobody's gonna probably beat John. It's
And
gonna be
really
hard to
the
beat.
only weapon that you had was Karl Malone.
And that era was different. That's what I'm saying. Steph gotta do it all for his squad, especially right
I don't
now.
think he does. I just think he's good enough to do so. So they just keep the ball in his hand. But as far
Right
as
now,
a point
who is he
guard
gonna
goes,
pass the ball to?
I can't give it to Steph because I don't
I
think you're a
could.
point guard. I don't even know what era maybe when he was playing with Monte Ellis when he first came out, he played the actual point guard position and
He was
facilitated the
Montel's
ball.
backup. He was
Still
backup.
had 55.
They played
guard.
side by side.
Sometimes, but he
Right.
was Montel's replacement.
Right. No, you are right. But back then, I could see more point than when he found his shot. Then it was, oh, I'm shooting. It's called a shooting guard, right?
Green light now. He got the super green light.
Listen, that nigga's light is beyond green.
Lime green, maybe? Neon green.
Listen, something. But who would y'all say? Who would y'all say if it's not Isaiah?
I said
Steph?
Magic Johnson.
I'll go Magic then Curry.
Magic Johnson.
See, we've had this argument too, and I said the reason why I can't go Magic is because you were a unicorn. You were a 6'9" point guard, right? And then you let LeBron come in the game, who was a 3 guard, take you for all your stats.
I don't know about
That ain't his fault. His career was cut short.
Whoa. He only played like 10.
I understand the career was cut short, but
And he had 5 ships.
right, but also with the and that's the same as Shaq and Derek Fisher. You had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the guy who led the league in scoring and took 20 years, and a guy who had
Nobody's gonna come in like a rookie.
Beat it.
Nobody's gonna come in rookie year and do what he did.
Who, Magic? No, I agree. I agree 1,000% with that. Larry?
Huh?
Larry's a shooting guard. We're talking about point guards.
Well, I'm just saying when he says do what he did, I think rookie Larry.
Well, rookie Larry was nasty, but he was a small forward.
Right. Yeah, no, I understand they're two different positions.
That's the thing. Like Magic Johnson, I think that's like a small forward. Oh shit.
Say Magic was getting them triple doubles, like
yeah, nigga, that nigga was doing all type of little fake passes.
If he ain't 1, he 2.
Ooh.
On the ground, bounce pass into the leg. Oh my God.
It was fly as fuck in the 80s.
I know them LA Knights was wild for Magic.
Fly as fuck in the 80s. So I mean, I'm gonna say Magic point guard as far as like the best point guard
ever. Yeah.
Thomas is good. Who else is like I said? John Stockton.
Nah.
I like Tony Parker as like an underrated one, you know.
Tony Parker is a dark horse.
TP was crazy.
He was.
Oh my God, that floater was nuts.
But like I like niggas like Tim Hardaway and shit, like real small.
Small, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean Isaiah Thomas is the epitome.
Jason Kidd probably top 5.
Jason Kidd was a hell of a point guard. When he had that blonde hair though, he was wild. He played
Phoenix, yeah.
He was wild then, man. He was going through some shit then.
Him and Kenyon Martin used to throw the craziest lobs.
Right.
Vince Carter came, he started, yeah.
Right.
Well, we got an hour and 42. Any other news before we wrap up?
Maybe next year, Cavs. Let's see what the Lakers do. Good luck to Miami. They down 16.
Now I hope the best point guard ever whoops y'all's ass tonight.
Hey, they still got Magic on the top across almost all these sources I see as the top point guard. They got Steph number 2 or Oscar
Robertson.
Austin Rivers. Oh my God. Yeah, big
Oscar Robertson.
Russell will probably be in the mix.
Right.
They got John Stockton.
Yeah.
As he should. Russ definitely should be up there.
They got Russell Westbrook number 9. They actually got Isaiah Thomas number 10 from the Pistons.
Under Russell Westbrook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On BleacherReport.com. They got Steve Nash number 8, Jason Kidd number 7.
I honestly don't know, how do you really put Oscar above Russell?
Because Oscar was the original triple-double.
Right, but Russell did it 2 seasons in a row.
If not 3.
Oscar did it
right,
time never heard of.
Well, he only had that one season averaging the triple.
He played with Kareem, but his numbers was crazy.
No, he did have good numbers.
He did play in Milwaukee.
I mean, 25 points a game, 7.5 rebounds, 9.5.
That was Kareem in his prime.
Over his career.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why then, because Russ took a big drop, after OKC.
12-time
You think Russ's stat? You think Russ's thing will go up if LA get him? You think he gonna take that ring?
Oh, Lakers!
Why
wouldn't
he? He should. Yeah, he should.
Man, you can't go say you. Would you put that on your resume?
Yes.
I sure would too.
I have no shame, my nigga. I'll be out there.
The team that got better after you.
Was you at the game? No.
We took a lot of L's with you, man.
Anderson Varejao got one either way.
Hey.
I don't think he took it.
You a damn fool. Just take the ring. Pride be getting people's way.
So we don't want that.
I didn't earn that shit. You got my name's inscribed on the inside. Did you put the little note?
He wouldn't be on social media like, "Oh yeah, bro, we need that."
No, so my grandkids, they'll know the difference.
Yeah. I just put it in trophy case.
You hear what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, even though, to your point, CT, the team may have gotten better after me, you can still make the argument that it took me to get them there.
Mm-hmm.
How?
Without me being garbage, I wouldn't have got the right.
Because the player who plays up until the trade deadline plays longer than the guy who plays after.
You see the percentage we had with you of making the playoffs? It was a slim chance to none.
I mean, but I don't know how much that changed getting D'Lo. Like we said, he was out the first 2 weeks he got to LA. He didn't even play.
I think he did.
Nah, he ain't play for when he first got there for a minute.
Either way, we see what we do with D'Lo and them now.
Nah, y'all definitely, and I said it last episode. I said this may be the
turnovers don't look as bad.
No, correct.
They're not the fans. Our home fans ain't telling you to shoot. Like
this may be the first team I've ever seen that has changed as much and still, makes that much of a push for the finals.
Me too.
Like they changed their entire squad, and still made that push to the finals.
With some no-name guys. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that before. I don't know that it's not ever happened prior to this, but I've never seen it before. But
I've seen it with Brian. When Brian took that Cavs team to the final when they traded everybody. They brought in
way
IT.
Back. I can't. You said who?
D-Wade. When they brought in IT and D-Wade.
No, that's not as far back as I was thinking then.
That's when they
brought in Crowder. We had Jeff Green.
But, yeah, I guess they did. They did make it that year.
Yeah, I got swept though.
But they did make it that year. You are correct.
What's wrong with Q? Q frozen? Q, you froze?
No.
Hey, that for that 3 Caleb Martin hit with 0.1 seconds left on the clock.
Y'all still down 11?
Made it a
down
10-point
10.
game.
Yep. It was worse than that.
Barrett getting hyped. Jalen Brunson looking like Kyler Murray getting ready to do something.
You got to remember, most of our wins, we have been down 16. point
Y'all
average.
giving up 30-some points a quarter though right now. These last 2 quarters, that's not normal.
Tomato.
He said that's not normal.
Y'all only
Listen,
putting up like 20-some points
last
though.
game it was pretty
y'all
normal
definitely
to
get-
the end.
Hey, the overall score is low. Tomatoes.
It is.
But shit, I ain't mad at y'all. I expected y'all to get the win tonight. I mean, y'all still got time to get it, and we know how Jimmy turns on late in the game. So
You know what I'm saying? Big ups to Duncan and Caleb doing their thing, hitting a couple threes to end out the
you
quarter.
talking about Paste?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You talking about a nigga Paste?
Yeah, your nigga Pace.
What nigga Paste? Duncan Robinson?
Man, the nigga out there tonight.
He's only there when Tyler's not. Tyler
I
left,
can't argue.
and it's like
I can't argue that one.
Duncan. He's like them twins that do the magic trick, and they sit down and they walk into the hallway, and the other one walks out the room, and they like, "How you did that? Copy and paste, motherfucker."
Hey, they like Mary Kate and Ashley. Why you think
Right.
they what? It wasn't
think
twins
that's
on
two?
Full House. It was one.
That is the perfect. Let me find out them is the Austins, man. That's it right there. Duncan will not play if Tyler's shoe touches the court. If Tyler steps out there on warm-ups and takes a few shots, Duncan's on the bench.
Coach. Hey, coach. My coach.
Right. And then if Tyler needs a replacement, they make him go all the way to the locker room before Duncan comes out.
I'm not hurt, coach.
I'm saying, what are you doing?
He ain't lying. As soon as Tyler hit that tunnel, then Duncan come off the bench with a bunch of dust.
Right. That's copy and paste, boy. I ain't playing.
Hell no.
But who we got hitting them?
Shit. Man.
I didn't even think about it.
I'm gonna call myself out.
You gonna call yourself out. And you lean hella close to the camera, so I know it's
I
real.
got close. Can y'all see me? I was a hater of the Lakers earlier this year. I never really said my apologies because they balling and they're making a. I'm humbling myself and being like I was
Don't
wrong.
give Malk back on the bandwagon.
So I wish you could have saved it for a couple more weeks.
You gotta tell people I was
He
wrong.
said a couple more weeks, right?
Yeah, you know, I mean, hey.
So far, I was really wrong. I thought the niggas weren't gonna touch the playoffs.
Hopefully, after
always
this
make-
episode,
we all make
things don't start
mistakes.
going
All
bad.
right,
for
all right,
us.
well, look.
Players fuck up.
Right. And also, showers John Morant. I didn't know that shit happened. What y'all was talking about earlier. I
What?
was like, wasn't you talking about he lost it? He wasn't first team all NBA.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I know what you
Lost out on some bread.
Right.
Well, who else?
You see what Tatum finna get like $325 million?
320. That's what he was supposed to get. 325. Yeah,
He got back-to-back all first team. So
That nigga better not take one load management game.
It happened to Klay Thompson too.
Fuck around and get what's the girl's name?
Klay Thompson got hurt though.
What's
didn't
the girl's name?
Nah, it was during championship
Yeah.
season.
The ice skater.
he? Oh, Tanya Harding.
Oh,
That nigga fuck around get Tanya Harding to this bitch.
Oh shit!
You mean to say you getting 320 million and we paid these tickets and you ain't play? Metal pole to the knee. Career over.
Damn.
That was
He's the-
Christina Yamaguchi. that's
No.
that's who it was. The other one. He gonna
No.
get Christina Yamaguchi. He gonna get Yamaguchi. He keep fucking around here.
I'm giving my hit the showers to Bronny James for picking punk ass USC.
yeah, you know you
You
have
know
to
what?
stay at the crib.
I agree with that.
Told y'all staying at the crib.
I
That's
agree
so
with that
weak.
too. That's very weak. You come from $1 billion family and you can't travel.
Why? Where would you,
Because
why
your
would,
dad, listen, because your daddy already talking about
He could have
playing
went to
with you.
anywhere though.
Your rookie
why
year
would
in
you
the
want to?
season.
Where would you want to go?
The Buckeyes.
Kentucky, UCLA,
Anywhere.
Memphis.
Hey, he won the Buckeye tour. Goddamn it. He won the
Anywhere.
Buckeye-
I'm staying in the
Anywhere. All I'm
sun.
saying is it's like working with your woman. I don't want to see you at home and at work too. That ain't
my
how
dad.
that
Network is gonna
works.
go up
So
out here.
if I'm with my dad training for 17 years and then I'm going to college right next door and then he talking about playing with me my rookie year, when you gonna cut the umbilical?
That ain't what he probably want. So
So clearly, or he's brainwashed. One of the
I
two.
feel like
Some parents brainwash their kids.
he made an honest decision. You
where
know?
you can let your dad come on his off nights to
Yeah,
watch you play,
I'm
or
still a fan.
he would
of
have to
him.
travel across the world on a
Brainwash
private.
pops back into
That's
mind
true.
after I just heard CT say that.
But that's true.
It didn't make sense to me until I just heard him say that. So your dad can come to
Your mom
games
can
on
come
his-
to every game every night. You ain't
Positive
gotta hop on the
manipulation,
jet.
Cliff. Positive
Don't
manipulation.
gotta stay on campus and stay at the house. He can probably stay at the crib. Got show.
No, I want to
crib.
experience. I
Oh,
got to
I'm
experience
sorry.
that campus life.
I want to stay with these hoes.
I got to
You're
experience the
not-
campus life.
Shit, Bronny finna
Ron
get his
not-
own
not-
crib. Y'all
What?
tripping.
Own
Ronnie would
crib
have got
over
his
there.
own crib at OSU.
But why? It's cold there.
Yeah, it's
I
too
don't wanna deal
cold,
with
man.
that.
Fuck
No,
all that.
OSU. I wouldn't have went to OSU. First of all, that's not a
He
basketball.
should have came to the U. Come down
I
to
mean, I'm
Miami,
just saying
get
that
a few
brainwash
movie
is
I
what
can
he's
see him
talking
going to
about,
Miami.
and that's your daddy's biggest regret. I should have went to college and went to OSU, been a Buckeye.
That's your daddy's biggest regret. That's not my biggest
But that's
regret.
what I'm saying. We just talked about brainwash, though. So
They got the top 5
he
recruiting
clearly ain't
class
doing
now.
well
They
enough.
finna make some
Yeah,
noise
bro.
out there in Cali.
But let's keep it 100. Bronny is a Cali kid, so you know.
Like,
And I
literally
don't
been
like
out there.
what's his name?
Y'all niggas.
What's his name?
Isaiah Collier.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Oh shit.
I don't like him.
I'm not
The
a
point
fan.
guard?
He was
Yeah,
trashing.
I feel like just the fact that you went to a team that already had the number 1 point guard, it's stunting your development now.
That's his homie. What's
Doesn't matter
poppin'?
what your homie is, you're expected to come into the league as a point guard. So in order for both of y'all to get PT at the same time, you're now gonna have to move to the 2. So now
Which is
if
cool.
I'm an
Let's rock.
NBA, but now if I'm an NBA scout and I was scouting Bronny as a point guard, I'm starting to think,
If you went to Kentucky or Duke, it would have been the same thing.
Hell no.
I
But
don't
we
think
all
that either.
but we all
Damn.
know what happens in college. When the ball's on when the game's on the line, the best player, if Bronny proves he's the best player, the ball will be in his hands no matter what. So
Right,
it doesn't
but
matter.
you're also not the guy that's orchestrating like we said.
But
talk
we
about
know the
that.
college game.
Yeah, it is easier.
When it's the
for-
college game, it's easier for you to bring the
Multiple-
ball up
right.
the court instead of somebody else facilitating and hopefully you getting open. You know, vice double screen zones and whatever else. College is different, you know.
I don't know. That's not a good look. It
Hey,
almost feels
go-
like you deferred. Like I'm deferring. Like I'm gonna go with the guy who wants the ball so I can just play back up.
Why
You supposed to
not?
be Batman, nigga. Why'd you choose to be Robin?
That's the Robin
That's
type.
that's perception.
Hey,
Yeah.
we want Bryce James
But
at a high.
let's keep it a buck. That's
We
why.
both finna go high in the draft.
That's why-
Bryce.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that.
Hey, your boy Pace hit another 3.
But
I'm
it
just letting
is
you know.
somewhat true. But I'm not gonna say that.
Damn, I'm down 13, man.
No, I will say it because I know everybody like,
Okay.
well, why would he say that if he ain't gonna say it? Your daddy got a lot of Robin in him.
Ooh.
Who?
LeBron
Ooh.
got a lot of Robin in him.
Well, who
Ooh.
was Robin when he helped win the?
That's why I said he has Robin in him, not that he is Robin.
Why you got
Everybody's
4
got
finals
Robin.
MVP?
LeBron was forced to be Batman early. See, that's the reason why we can respect you in your Robin decisions. Because it's like, we've seen you do it, so I understand why
All-time
you
leading
made the better
scorer is
pass.
Robin.
But at the same time, the reason why the all-time leading scorer is still being held at number 2 to Jordan is because we knew Jordan was a
To
killer.
who?
A
Not me.
killer.
Nah.
But
Hey,
to play devil's advocate, could Jordan have won with this
40,000.
current Lakers team?
No.
Probably not.
No, I don't know. And you remember
Right.
our conversation earlier. I said that I give LeBron tops right now.
And to your
even though
point-
Jordan's my guy.
And you used to always say this. Jordan played with one of the greatest coaches, Dean Smith, of all time in basketball.
And Scottie Pippen.
Second greatest
Right.
player in that league at the time in Scottie
He
Pippen.
played with James Worthy and them too at UNC. Okay, at a squad.
All right.
Then went to the league, had a bullshit ass coach for a little bit, then eventually got filled. So all I'm saying is we know Jordan was an amazing player. We also had some amazing coaches and teammates along the way too.
And he took 2 years off for rest.
But how do you make
No, man,
the
he played baseball. He played
Man, baseball ain't no
Play
fucking
farm
running
league
around.
baseball. That shit is stressful, nigga.
It ain't basketball.
It's stressful.
But see, I mean, his pops passed. That was more of a that was a tribute to
Look,
pops.
he retired twice.
Pops, you know what I mean? That was a tribute to pops. That
Right.
wasn't- nobody took that nigga
LeBron
serious.
ain't taking no year off.
everybody
He ain't
talk
taking no
about
years
Jordan
off.
coming back with the 4 or 5, but nobody talk about Jordan coming back with the Wizards.
He was still
Woo! I remember them days. I remember
Hit
them
the
days.
showers for him. No.
No, I mean, listen.
he was still averaging 20.
Hit that Jordan need to hit the showers. Yeah.
But
Him.
at the same time, you got to give him peas, though, because it's kind of like Bernard Hopkins fighting until he's 49, 50 years old. We knew that you was way past your prime.
We not finna
We
see
just
Brian
wanted
like
to
that.
see you come back and hopefully be great.
You
And
might see Brown like
he
that.
did enough, as did B-Hop.
You might see Brown on the Magic or some shit. He come back at age 45, talking about he's still
Putting up 20s and 20s.
Nope.
he putting up 15 every game.
Yep. 15
What's the
rebounds,
other
15 assists.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. What's the
Rebound,
other
15
15?
15 rebounds, 15
Man,
assists.
He gonna
No
play like
points.
center. He gonna
He
play
can
like a
score.
45.
Shit, the game will be too fast.
He'll be like this. He gonna be one of
This
these
nigga
niggas.
gets 6 to 8 rebounds now, currently, and you talking about he coming back at 45, giving you 15.
Because he's not gonna have the ball in his hand. He gonna be on
He
some
ain't trying to go to the YMCA league if he can just stay in the
Kevin
league and
Love.
do it.
You may be right. That's an interesting point.
run the court like this now.
Hey, that's how Haslam was before he
He tapping
started
the ball
riding
off
the
the
bench.
backboard when he get the rebound.
Ha.
25 million a year.
Work
Yeah.
out.
0 points, 15 assists, 15 rebounds.
All-star.
Nah, let's not. Don't even try to do it great like that. Don't even try to do
All-star.
it great like that.
All-star
My hit-
captain,
My
Brian.
hit him is going to. I'm trying to remember. Did I say that last week? My hit him is going to Mikey Williams.
Mikey Mike.
Yeah, always protect your castle, young bruh, but
He on his way to Memphis.
also don't put your castle in a position to be under siege unnecessarily.
That
Check
niggas
the ring.
stop sign.
Hit the showers for that.
That niggas-
Right, you know what I'm saying? You should. That's what I'm saying. Like you, for
Hey,
where we
cut.
at.
Mind the black Audi.
Right, this street
no,
shut
yeah.
off right here. Unless you pulling straight through, this closed.
Mm.
This street is closed.
Your street's open. Come on.
Look, give me $600. I'll let you through.
Gee, they back in it.
This motherfucker charging a toll to pass through the street, boy.
Listen, you knew it. Q said that shit.
Let niggas through. We don't want no trouble.
85-92, New York. They back within 7.
88.
Oh, they
Come
scored.
on, man.
You made
Wet.
it
Wet,
Man,
My shit's slow.
4-point game, baby.
With 8 minutes left, that's tough.
Come on,
The
man.
Knicks fans got to be booing them right
Trying to let
now.
y'all know what it is,
Boo.
man. Look. Hey, watch this. And Jimmy Butler ain't scored.
He ain't even scored.
It's Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson, and Caleb Martin hitting threes.
Oh, man.
Just super wet. Just
Yeah, I
wet
gotta catch
everywhere.
back
Just
up.
wet.
I didn't get to pay attention to all this.
Yep, number wet.
But
Brunson
who
look like he
else? Who
going
else
for
got
40.
him a hit to throw out and we out this bitch?
Hey, Kerry got to get it tonight just as like LeBron would get it tonight if he would have lost. So
I'm not mad
they're
at
not
that
going to
either.
say much, but
It's
it
hard
is
to
what
give
it
it to
is.
him off of that triple-double performance.
they was
but-
talking about he the GOAT, this and that. He better than LeBron, but he ain't. they not gonna give him the treatment like LeBron would get after they about to lose tonight.
Who's better than LeBron?
Huh?
Who's better than LeBron?
No, I just seen a poll that people were saying is Curry better than LeBron
Oh,
this year. His career wise, you know what I'm saying?
Points right now.
You know what I'm saying? They got the same amount of rings. If Curry would win, you know what I'm saying, LeBron would, you know what I'm saying, get thrown in the fire.
I think they're better at different things. I think they're better at. I don't think it's.
Fair of course, I know it's different. Like LeBron, of course, got a way better career, but it would just be different if Curry was on his way to like a championship. Huh?
LeBron, Steph Curry 1-on-1. LeBron is going to destroy.
Not 1-on-1. I'm talking like career wise. Like if LeBron, like say Steph Curry would win this round and go to the finals, win a ring, he would have 5. They would be saying probably he's better than his career would be, you know, better than LeBron's. But if LeBron win tonight, they're not gonna say much about what Curry like. You know
I
what
mean,
saying?
it's hard to argue that. I mean, it's hard to argue the league's point leader. That's just hard.
Oh
to
yeah.
argue.
Did they say the
But Curry's just been dominating these last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's been his decade
No, not
for sure
this
too.
year.
So.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying. Well, I might have phrased that wrong. You know what I mean?
What?
The all-time
points leader of the NBA.
Right.
Yeah.
I might have phrased that.
I know what
mean,
you
like,
meant. Yeah. I know
average for the year. That's not what I was saying.
Curry just built the dynasty. I just know it's probably people probably thinking he's better.
Motherfucker got the Dr. Evil laugh.
I was he laughing for a minute. I didn't think he was gonna stop.
I was about to say, oh, they got Dennis Smith Jr. on the Miami.
Is that Kyle Lowry?
Yeah.
I knew that's what he was talking about with the pro.
Shit. Listen, oh, that was hilarious. My phone too small.
Stuff.
Or my eyes bad, one of the two. But to be fair, he was also under somebody's arm, so I didn't see full face. But like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell that bitch ass nigga to troll. We'll catch y'all. We doing the show Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Saturday, all around. We out this bitch.
Peace.